Here is something every black person should know and pass on, of course. Not just to preserve history, not just for cultural sake, but because the truth was simply stolen. You've probably heard it said that Africans believe in many gods, that we are pagans, idol worshippers, or just plain lost. But that's just not wrong. It's a freaking distortion. It is a fake program believed by many people today, and even Africans to some extent. This whole shit started with Alexander the Great after he conquered the Persian Empire back in those days. But let's set the record straight, honestly. And to do so, let's use the famous schematic principle as above, so below. Here's how our ancestors perceived the above part. To our African ancestors, the divine is not many above the earth, nor above galaxies or anything of that kind. It is just one almighty force expressed in every single other forms. In a polished lingo, you call this a monotheistic polymorphic entity. One creator, multiple forms. Each face, each form had a specific role. Not random, not chaotic, but purposeful, all for the balance and the harmony of the whole universe. These forms are not separate gods, they are expressions of the Almighty with specific energies to accomplish specific assignments or duties. Let me show you some examples according to the Kemetic tradition. The duty to express love to humans, that's in the form of Isis. For justice and harmony, that's Ma'at. For wisdom and knowledge, you've met Thoth, or perhaps Jehuti. For metalwork and craft, that's Ta, the one who judges the soul after death. Osare Christos, the sun rejuvenating power to feed the earth, that's Amun Ra. The embodiment of the perfect duality or polarity, that's Imana and Ka. The highest form, unseen and infinite, that's Amun, which later on became the famous Amen. Because of the fact that there were different lands, there were different names for these expressions, but their understanding was the same. In Voodoo, they are called Laos. In Kemet, they are called Neterus. In English, they are called intermediaries, energies, spirits. Some might even call them angels and demons based on the hierarchy. But at the core, they are all just refractions of the same light. Let's see how this logic applies to the below part, you and I. For this, let's pick a random man. Let's say he's a doctor. In ancient times, you would call this a medicine man. To his children, he is a father. To his wife, this man will be a husband. To a friend, he is the best friend. To a cashier, he becomes just a customer. To his teacher, it is a student. To a patient, he will be the healer. To his boss, just an employee. To his nieces and nephews, he's an uncle. The same man with many roles. He doesn't become a new person each time. It is one being that just shows different version of him based on different duties. This rational way of thinking and analyzing individual and society helped Kemetic people came up with questions like, if we can, with all our limitation, express ourselves in so many ways, how much more can the Almighty do? The Almighty could just create an administration of minor fragments of its own being to manage everything simultaneously, just like we have an administration on earth to manage anything. And this same understanding and reasoning gave birth to Africans' first spiritual philosophy, Animism. Animism teaches that everything in the universe, every bird to every microscopic world, to every astral body, to the cell in the human eye, to whatever you want to call it, is part of the divine. Nothing is meaningless, everything is sacred. And because everything is sacred, we didn't label things as good or bad. Instead, we ask the question, what is the purpose? What role is it here to play? Because just like here below, we humans, we create stuff for a purpose. It therefore implies that existence, which is the Almighty, will allow things to exist for its purpose. So the concept of a devil fighting the Almighty, it's not something that makes rational sense according to African traditions. Simply because the Almighty is existence, the devil is an existing entity. so it's part of existence. And so if an existing entity want to make existence stop existing, that existing entity will cease to exist before even existence stop to exist by itself. I hope it makes sense. So that's it for this video. And let me know in the comment what you think about the whole video. It took me forever to do this shit. So please, for heavenly sake, subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Comment and share my shizzle to the world, because the next video is going to be a lot more interesting. I promise you. See